So I have a question for you. One that I have wanted to know for a long time. It's a great question to ask.
What's your stupid question? Go ahead.
What if a video game were real?
What do you mean by that?
So like they had, like Ready Player One. Did you ever see that movie?
I never saw it.
Well, I know that because you never see any movie. So
I saw. You don't have to be hurtful so early in the podcast. I saw that one movie that I still can't remember the title of. I was trying to ask Danielle because she's seen it. It's with that one girl from.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's the best description.
Did you ever watch Nickelodeon when you were younger?
Yeah. Are you talking about the one where they're like on a black tile ground?
No,
and
that's Tron.
Like drive car Tron. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Kind of ish, but also not really. I think it's kind of like Ready Player One. I've never seen that.
Instead of figuring out this.
I need to get it out. I need to figure out what this movie is.
You're not going to figure it out because I don't know.
No, we're going to figure it out now.
What if I've never seen it?
We're going to talk about it. Okay.
This is a lot of blinking and a lot of poor description.
Okay, so Machine Gun Kelly's in it. He's a bad guy.
I already told you I've never seen it. I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
You do?
Yeah, I just don't know what movie you're talking about.
Do I need to look it up?
I don't care. I'm thinking like, what if Jumanji was real? You know what I mean? Like they came out of the movie.
Oh my.
Like what if a game were
Wait,
real?
hold on. Let's talk about Jumanji being real.
Okay.
Would you suck ass at that game or would you be good?
Terrible.
Why would you be terrible?
I never played Jumanji. Like I don't know the
Well,
basis.
I haven't either. I've seen the movies though. I've
seen the movies, so I guess I would know the basis, but I don't know how I would do it. And if I was in real life, I would be terrible. I'm not flexible. I have a bad back. Like I'm an old damn man.
Have you seen both movies?
Yeah.
Which one do you like better?
I like the new one because
Nerve. It's called Nerve.
Okay, I'm glad you found that one on Google.
Wikipedia.
I like the new one. Jack Black's hilarious. It's straightforward.
Yeah.
That's it. Just Jack Black is hilarious in it.
Yeah.
And it makes it better just because it adds a great comedy section to it.
I agree.
But like what other games would be nuts? Like what if like Crash Bandicoot or Mario was real? What if Mario was real?
Let me ask you this right now. When you're asking me if Mario is real, do you mean like our world looks like Mario World? Or like our graphics version of Mario?
Our graphics version of Mario.
Okay.
However, it wasn't always like that. Like you could switch it like a console. Like you could turn on different
so you
games.
just like snap your fingers and
you had the ability to make the world like that. And you could bring, 4 other people with you. And no one would see you while you did it.
Which Mario game?
Oh, you get any choice of any game ever.
Okay.
You could make NBA 2K your game, and you and 4 buddies can go ball out, LeBron and squad.
Yeah.
Like you could do that.
That'd be pretty sick.
It is any video game you can make real. What game would be the most fun?
In my mind, I want to say something like GTA because GTA and like open world games like that are the most fun, but they're also the most realistic to the point where now it's also very similar to World.
Are you confusing real life and game?
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Oh, that's a very good point.
Like, what if you play such a realistic game? In GTA, I mean, not to get, crazy or anything, but, like, you're killing people, and gladly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, you're walking around and you're like, man, I have to kill this person, but I don't want to. It's like, grandma, grandpa, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, give me your $10 or some money. Like, that was worth it for me. Oh, I'm driving a car. I'm going to get 20 points per person. Why is that so fun? I don't know. I don't have answers for that. Maybe because it's so wrong that it feels so right or something.
So my favorite thing was always like to obviously do stuff like that, but just in like the weirdest way possible.
See, I remember
if you were skilled, you could do something where you could like jump, but then also fall over in midair. And so I would jump and like lunge myself into people because then they wouldn't get hurt, so they'd never die. But you just torment.
I mean, obviously, everyone enjoyed GTA just getting as many stars as possible and try to survive the stars. But I mean, the hooker portion was always funny to me.
I was never into that. My roommates loved it. So many times I come up from class, look directly at the TV, and they're just getting a lap dance for sure. And they're working on like fondling her when the guard's not looking, so that they can take her in a car after. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I've never played the new one, so that's like a new.
Oh
edition.
yeah. So you, like if you're in the strip club and like you get a private dance, the guard like periodically will come and watch you, and then he'll go away. And like you're supposed to touch her when he's not looking, and if he's looking, don't touch her. And then after about like 5 minutes of doing that, then she'll be like, "Oh, let's get out of here," and then you go with her to like wherever. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was like their go-to. Like turn the game on, go directly to do that.
They're weird.
Yeah.
You have weird individuals that were roommates or whatever. Like that is something that I mean.
Hey, they're into those pixelated.
Like when I was 8 years old, laughing because the car's shaking.
Right.
I'm
talking sophomore year in college.
But sophomore year in college, she's like, "Hey, I want to play. You want to play GTA and go get a stripper?" Like, like that's a little weird. That's a little odd.
I agree.
What would be the best game though? Like hands down, not close. That is it.
Oh man!
Like imagine being in Madden, just slinging touchdowns.
I mean, that would be sick, but it's also very limiting.
No, I know, but you get what I'm saying. Just imagine
I
like all the concepts.
So essentially, what you're saying is like, let's choose Madden or 2K for example.
Imagine being Donkey Kong.
So that's where my head's at. My head's gonna be
Super
somewhere in
Smash Bros.
In the Mario. Yes.
Oh man, dude, you could be any character and you could just fight your friends.
That would
to
be the
the
best
death
one. That
per
would be the
se,
best
then
one
you
because
come
that is
back
the
alive.
most. That is like the most amount of characters that like any video game ever has had.
Could you imagine playing Super Smash Bros. In real life with your friends? Like you are characters.
Oh my god!
Like you could be Kirby and fly over the edge and puff yourself back up, and then come in and Super Smash them.
Or
oh my goodness, Link! You just got a fast sword.
There was the name of the one character where they get like just massive. They get just bigger than everybody on the entire map. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, I haven't played Super Smash for a long.
I haven't either. But
like there's the Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon
was
money.
Great. He was my guy of choice, and I literally just did the
Samson.
same.
Love
I think
Samson.
Samus is what you're looking for.
Samus, not Samson.
Yeah.
Close enough.
My sister always liked to be Samus. I remember that.
Well, your sister has good taste then, because Samus was money.
Yeah, I never really know how to use her.
There's the Fox.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
And also the other Fox.
Okay, there's multiple.
I'm pretty sure there's two Foxes. Yeah, there's a red one and a gray one, which is the Star Fox.
But just imagine being in Super Smash Bros. and being whatever character you want to be.
Technically, you'd have infinite options too, because there's like that new version where you can be your like Mii character. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So you know like what a Mii is? MII.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, so on a Wii you can create like your avatar. It's
okay, that's what that is.
You can put those into Super Smash Bros. I don't know if you ever played.
And
one
they
of
have
the games.
powers or what? You like create your own powers?
I think you create your own powers. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It is pretty sick.
But all I'm saying is that would be amazing.
That would be sick.
You could be Mario, Luigi, and they shoot their little fire things.
Dude, could you imagine? You just create like a battle scene, 5,000 feet in the air, and you're just battling on that. That would be so sick.
Is that the game?
Yeah, it might be the game.
Hands down. Like, that would be pretty bomb.
It would depend. It would depend because there's still a special place that you would have for a game like GTA because of the cheat code factor. Because you know what I'm talking about? Because
real life cheat codes.
Real life cheat codes.
Hold up.
So you got some games like Madden. I don't know if there was ever cheat codes for that, but like a cheat code for Madden.
There were cheat codes for Madden. You don't remember Madden cards?
No.
You didn't play Madden back when they had Madden cards, like Madden 8 and stuff?
What's a Madden card?
So you would collect these cards as you play.
Cards of players?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Back in the day, and it was just like collectibles. You know, like you're trying to get the whole teams per se.
Yeah.
You didn't get anything for it.
Oh, okay.
But they had like infinite field goal power, so you could be on your one. And
I do remember that.
And like,
yeah.
You know, or like you could give the defensive backs like popcorn fingers or something. You know what I mean? And you could make every single person on the defensive or on the offensive side just not be able to catch a ball.
Oh, really?
And like a bunch of different stuff like that. Like that was the cheat code. You know what I mean? But you had to have them saved. Like you didn't just get free willy-nilly them. But I bet you there's a cheat code on the game to get just infinite of them.
Yeah.
I remember those. But imagine cheat codes in real life. Like what is capable if you have cheat codes?
What could you do? The first thing that comes to my mind is flying. Because that's a cheat code right there. You could do a cheat code where you
cheat
could
code fly?
Yeah, cheat code fly. Which would be sick.
I feel like
but then we're kind of in the realm of superpowers anyway, which is already kind of its own topic. Type of a thing. I mean, it's already its own thing. It's like, well, are we crossing things? Like a cheat code to get infinite money, sick. Not very good.
Well, let's be real. I want to set something clear.
And go ahead.
The only superpower that's worth a darn
is teleportation.
Teleportation. Hands down.
And we know.
People who are like, oh, I want to be invisible. Oh, I want to fly. Dude, teleportation. Dumb. It's all of it.
Could you imagine your life and how it would look if you could teleport? You would be the most productive human on Earth in the history of the planet.
Well, not only productive, you'd be...
There would be zero time ever wasted.
Yeah, and you could go do whatever you needed to do. Obviously, you could rob money.
Think about what happens in a normal day. Think about what happens in a normal day. Let's say I need to get up and go
for my work, right? Let's say I'm working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Exactly.
Realistically, I'm at home for an hour.
Yep.
Then I start driving for an hour. hang out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then drive again for another 30 minutes, and do that 3 more times.
Right, exactly.
So I'm in the car for 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
On longer trips, sometimes it's more.
Exactly.
The other day when I went to Bend, I was 6.5 hours in the car.
Exactly. So now you have two options if you have teleportation. One is you can do the same amount of work that you just described, but with teleportation, and your day's done in about 8 minutes. The other option is have teleportation and do the most amount of work you could possibly do with teleportation, and you're doing about a month's worth of work in one day.
An hour.
Right. Because all of the possibilities you can do. Yeah. But also think about this. Think about it on a smaller scale. That's a bigger scale because it's, especially driving, like the biggest time waster in the world.
Or flying.
Right. Flying too. Those are the easiest ones to imagine.
I feel like Jamaica. Gone.
Oh, there. Exactly. But also what I'm saying is like small things. Like right now I'm on the couch. If I wanted to get up and go to the fridge, bam. Like I could just do that, come back.
Is it worth it though?
So think about all those little
quick.
That's the question.
Is there no like slow stutter per se?
No,
or is the closer the quicker?
If it was a movie, there'd be a stutter, because there's got to be some sort of downside. If it's our lives and we're creating the cheat code, boom, bam, do it as many times you want, an infinite amount of times.
No if that is the case,
no mind mess ups or anything like that.
If that is the case, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, this is the only superpower that matters.
What if you had to choose between getting teleportation and forever for the rest of your life having to say out loud every thought you have?
If I got teleportation, I'd have to do that?
Yeah.
Taking teleportation?
Really? You'd be the weirdest person ever.
I mean, no one would like
and I'm not talking, you wouldn't have to choose to say that stuff out loud. It would just, you wouldn't ever have a private thought anymore for the rest of your life. Anything that ever crosses your mind is now being spoken.
It would be tough because
you ever have those weird thoughts though?
No, yeah, but the hard part with that is I feel like you're giving up all relationships.
Why? Because deep down everyone's an ass in their mind and they say stupid shit?
Yes and no. I mean, in any given relationship, I don't care who you are, boyfriend, girlfriend, just now starting dating, you spend time with someone for periodically of longer than an hour.
Yeah.
Someone's going to say or anything that's just stupid.
That's true.
So the moment that person, let's say
you would never be able to be silent ever, actually. You would never be able to be silent.
That's the problem with
because there's never a time when like nothing is in your mind.
And
I don't think that's a thing.
I would say that to make it better and more realistic, anytime you think of something bad, it has to come out. That way, when you're like, oh my God, she's so hot, it would not just blurt out.
Okay.
But if you said something like...
So like things that right now you would classify as something I really would not want to say out loud, those are the only things that would be forced to say out loud.
And
that's a little bit better.
But but it's not.
It's still shitty.
But it's better than have relationships.
No, yeah, you couldn't.
Like imagine just... I can't even think of a scenario. Just imagine, you and I right now.
Yeah.
And you say something stupid.
And then immediately... your toe looks like weird.
And then I would just say, those short shorts are not flattering. You know what I mean? Like I would just say something immediately off the top of my head that is so rude. and you like every day, all day. And you'd just be getting like crap.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be my friend. I already
right.
give you crap, but we all know it's
You're
joking.
right. It would take, and I think you could overcome it if you found the right person that understood what is happening, Obviously,
no, because
some
real
thoughts.
No, but it's real thoughts.
No, but it's real thoughts. But right now, we've all had those thoughts, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what girl's gonna be like? Yeah, you're right. I am being a bitch.
Oh,
you're right. I do kind of look chubby in these jeans. Oh, you're right. My boobs don't look very good in this crop top. Yeah. You're not dressed too slutty to go out tonight. Like, come on. The moment you say any of those things, you're losing relationships quick.
That's true.
Or you're not spending too much money. I love that you shop. Like it would be fake all the time.
Yeah.
It would be terrible.
Do you think you could train yourself though to just not have those thoughts anymore, so that you could kind of shut yourself up in that way, or is that something that's impossible?
Well, if in the theory of the game, it would never be possible because you just said you get teleportation as long as you do that. So sure, maybe I give up teleportation after 6 months.
Oh,
and get everything I want done. I could visit every single place in the entire world. And
what you could do in that sense is if you can toggle it on and off, you can say, I want teleportation for the next 30 minutes, know what that comes with, but plan your teleportation in a way that like you're never going to have bad run-ins.
But then you don't get a teleport with
ease.
Anyone. No, with anyone.
That's true. Or you could say,
think
about this.
Solo.
Say you have teleportation, you're like, Jordan, I have teleportation right now. We're going to go do this. But keep in mind, I'm going to say some stupid stuff. And you're going to hate it. Okay? But we're going to go teleport right now.
But I'm
going to be like, okay.
We're going to go to some places.
Yeah. Like,
I mean...
Okay, for example, we got the semifinals in Wimbledon tomorrow, at 5 a.m. Let's say at 4:55 you come in my room and you wake me up, you're like, okay, I have teleportation right now. You're going to hate me, but we're going to go watch this match right now, okay? I'm going to say stupid stuff during the match. I'm probably not going to shut up, but you're just going to have to deal with it.
And you're going to be embarrassed as shit.
And then you snap your fingers and we're in London.
But could I not immediately turn off teleportation while I'm at the match?
No, because you're in the process of using it.
Like a basement switch.
You can... No.
Like
you got to go back to the home base to turn it off? I think... Yeah, it's got to be that.
Okay, so then my other question is does everyone in the world know I'm a teleportation guy?
No, only the people that...
So how would I teleport to Wimbledon, get into Wimbledon?
I'll tell you right now. You ready? You would... Obviously, you don't know what it looks like there. Neither does anybody unless they've been there. But, you would teleport right now to what you knew a vacant bathroom was. And then you'd walk out the vacant
and then
bathroom.
I'd walk out the door, and I would probably have gone in and robbed something and had their currency and just paid cash for a ticket for both of us.
That's a good point. Okay.
Because, realistically,
then we might have to do a little bit more teleportation. We might have to teleport into the insides of a bank vault, grab some euros or whatever they spend at pounds.
Are you a bad person if you can do that?
Yeah.
Are you, though? Or are you kind of
I think if you're a thief, but you use teleportation to thieve, you're still bad.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like, what else are you supposed to do? Work for your money? You can't work, bro. You have teleportation.
That's true.
Like, what would the world expect of you? Everyone would do it. There is maybe 1%. No, sorry. A fifth of 1% that would truly not rob a bank if they had teleportation and could take as much money as they wanted to.
So I don't think with teleportation I would do anything crazy like that. Because
how?
Just like if you had invisibility, yes, because there's no trail. You'd never get caught. But what if you accidentally teleported into the insides of a bank vault that had cameras?
No, see, you're going inside of a bank. Well, you'd wear a black mask.
Okay, good point.
We're not rookies here.
I'm a rookie.
We're clearly rookies right now. But you would wear stuff to cover up.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you'd have teleportation, someone would know you have teleportation because when you're there and you're not anymore, people would be like, well, something's going down.
That's true. Also, if you, let's say you did come back and then you just had loads of cash on the floor, it's like, what's up, bud?
I mean, you'd have your own house.
Where would you hide money in this house right now if you had stacks?
Oh, in the house right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be everywhere. You wouldn't know where it is. There's so many places it would be.
But are you creative enough?
Am I creative?
Well, what I mean by that is, how creative would you get? That's the question I meant.
I wouldn't have to be that creative.
You wouldn't?
No. There are places in this house that no one goes, that only I go. And
like where?
I mean, no one has ever been up there on that ladder. I'm the only one who's ever been up there.
I've stood on it, not all the way though.
Yeah, but have you gone up there and looked?
No.
What if there was $1 billion in cash?
There could be a person living up there that you know about and I don't.
Exactly. You know what I mean? There could be $1 billion up there and you would not know.
Okay.
So the point is, I could just throw it up there, hide it, put some boxes around it, put it underneath a little board, grab 10 G's real quick.
But would you pull like an Ozark and start, peeling walls off?
No. I would have a different house that no one knew about.
Okay.
Or a different place that no one knew about.
Where is the best place to store, let's say, $1 billion?
A mountain somewhere that no one knows about. No, like a random place in just absolutely middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but okay. Also, if you had teleportation too, that's easy to just go grab some.
Have you ever seen the movie Jumper?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
downsides to that, isn't there? Though.
Yeah, but you know how in that movie they go to Antarctica or something.
Yes.
And he has the underground house that's in the snow or whatever.
Yeah. It's like a tunnel kind of a thing.
Yeah, why couldn't you just do that?
You could.
You know what I mean? And just have a place that no one would ever see.
That's true. That's a good point.
But I mean, that's by far the coolest power. And yes, I would be a thief, 100%.
Yeah, I think you'd have to.
100%, I'd be a thief. I wouldn't take $1 billion. There's no need for it. I don't need $1 billion.
Because let's say you did go into it with the best of intentions. How long of you simply just using teleportation to help you do your job better before you're like, how about I just don't do this job anymore, or any job ever, and just get
you know what my job would have to be?
Nice trill, actually.
You know what my job would have to be?
What?
Like a truck driver.
Oh, you'd crash.
Yeah, because
you take your
teleport. Yeah, you can teleport things.
How many
so what
things?
you do? I mean, one item.
Okay.
But anything containing that one item, like I could do the house.
And then everything
in the house.
Sure. Oh, have you seen Never mind, that's different now.
But my point is like, what if I just teleported my truck to 3 states over, gave it to them, and they're like, oh wow, you really got here really early, and I was like, thank you. Teleported back. Now I don't have to work again for another 24 hours. Took me all 10 minutes. And 10 minutes was filling out paperwork. And I get paid 60 G's a year to do nothing.
That's a really good point, actually.
And I got hired by 5 companies, so I get my work done in an hour.
You get a year's worth
and I get
of
make
work
300
done.
G's.
Or it doesn't even matter. You don't even have to get the stuff done quick either. Because the only reason in your mind you're thinking right now, I'd get it done quick so that I could rest all the other times, you wouldn't need to have rest time. Because imagine
you just go do it.
Yeah, you just go
hop in the car and boop, there.
On any random day, you get that call, you're like, oh yeah, I need you to do something. Okay, yeah, no problem. Teleport.
Be there
teleport,
in 10
done.
seconds.
Yeah. Like you would just be able to live a normal life and always just be that guy that has to like go do something real quick and then just satisfy it.
If we took away teleportation,
yeah, let's do it.
What is something that you could make money with that's different, abnormal?
Superpower?
No. Like, what's a way you could make money that's just kind of like, what? You can make money doing that? Cheating? I'm
asking. Cheating? Thievery? Robbery?
No.
Oh,
like, what's something like, hey, Jay, bro, you need some extra money. You should go get some freaking plasma taken out of your arm.
Oh.
Like, what are some other ideas like on that? Like, what are some weird ways to make money?
What about black market stuff?
What's black market stuff?
I don't know.
Like sell kidney?
Yeah. Like that's what
I mean, let's be real.
Well, so the drug game is always going to be the number one thing.
Hold on. So
that's the easiest.
First and foremost,
go ahead.
What is an organ that isn't necessity?
Actually, I got a really good question.
Like my gallbladder?
Oh,
like
no,
hey, bro,
there's probably some need for that.
No. People get their gallbladder removed and still live.
Yeah, you only have one, right?
Yeah. So my point is like, what, you want 10 G's for my gallbladder? Take that bitch out.
Yeah.
I don't need
What do you think? That's a good question. Do you know your blood type?
No.
Me either. What else? So what could you not live without? You gotta have your heart. You gotta have your brain. You gotta have your liver. You gotta have at least one kidney. You gotta have a digestive tract.
Lungs. Or
Lung. Yes, that's true. You could get rid of one lung.
Kind
What does your life look like if you have one lung? Are you severely limited?
Yeah.
Like bad?
Yeah. Like I think.
Like could I go jog to the front door, or is that gonna hurt?
You'd be way out of breath.
Like I could never go to high altitudes, probably.
No.
Because I'd just be donezo.
Yep. I don't know the exact, like, I'm not, by any, I don't know the biology to it or how it works or anything. But in general, if you have one lung, I think you're severely stopped.
What's your spleen?
Are we on purposely asking questions to make me feel stupid?
No, I'm asking it too. I don't know.
Or do you know the answer?
I don't know. I know that it's obviously, I don't know. I honestly don't know what it does.
Well, I mean, my question is, of all people listening to this, how dumb did I just get to them? You know what I mean?
Both of us.
What does a spleen do? Well, I have no idea. I know it's a thing.
I'll do you one better. Where's your spleen?
Lower left.
I don't know.
Of your abdomen.
I want to say it's somewhere in the mid region.
We're looking it up right now.
Okay.
Spleen.
Like I want to say it's kind of over by a kidney.
Yeah, I mean down in that vicinity. Yeah, we cool. Completely wrong.
No, we're not. It's like in your shoulder blade or something.
Let me tell you. Picture a location. This location on WebMD shows it up by the heart.
Oh, so it's a little higher.
Yeah.
So give me just like a brief one sentence.
It's off of your stomach.
Give me a little. Oh, so right where I said that's midsection.
Yeah, but it's a little higher up. Like it looks like the top of it would be touching almost nipple.
Oh wow. Okay, that is
like almost nipple, not quite nipple. Like if you have man boobs sagging, your saggy man boobs touching into the top of the spleen.
Your spleen dipping. Give me a quick little definition or purpose of the spleen.
Upper left part of the abdomen.
Okay.
On the left side of stomach. I was right on the left.
You did say left.
Hey, I got like half the question right.
Continue.
I said lower left. It's upper left. I mean, it's half the question. No.
You're on the right hemisphere.
I mean, that's fair. Hold on, before I look it up, would liver have to do with like blood, like siphoning in and out blood properly? Or is that what your heart does?
We're getting real dumb here. So
it plays multiple supporting roles in your body. It's a filter for blood.
Spleen?
Boom. Yes.
Or liver?
It recycles old and new blood cells.
Spleen or liver?
Spleen.
Okay. So let me ask this. What happens if we remove the spleen? Look that up. See what happens.
If you remove the spleen?
Yeah, because that's the name of the game we're playing right now. So we need to know if this is a deadly thing.
Can you live without a spleen? It's actually the number one thing searched with. Can you live without?
Is a spleen secretly a gallbladder as well? It's just interchangeable names.
No.
Okay.
That might have been a dumber question than anything you've asked. We have a whole whopping 0 movement right here for my computer, which is pretty baller.
Good job.
Max for the win. However, is there like would you sell a lung for $1 million?
I think it would depend on. I mean, I like to consider myself a pretty active person, and like to the point where I feel like I wouldn't want to physically limit myself in any way. Being 24 right now, that like the quality of my life, I'd have to take a step back. You know, that would kind of suck. $1 million would be sweet. I would need obviously a very professional opinion.
Can you get a fake lung for 300 G's?
Well, that's the thing. Can you get a fake lung?
Well, why would they buy your lung if they can make their own for 300 G's?
We're not talking about a legit scenario. We're talking about if someone's like, hey, you want $1 million? All you got to do is give me your lung. I'm going to throw it in the trash. I just don't want you to have your lung.
That's so fucked up. just like the richest men in the world, all they care about is people. I just want to see
you go through the process of losing a lung.
Us peasants just losing random stuff. Hey, if you cut off that leg, I'll give you 500 G's.
Technically, that would be in a more extreme version of that YouTube series that you've seen, where that guy just offers 10 G's to go do something weird. Imagine it gets ramped up where they're like, hey, you want $1 million?
Oh, Mr. Beast?
Let's get rid of your lung.
Oh my God, that's
just a more ramped up version.
Disturbing at all
It's like
types.
Fear Factor and that guy combined.
I don't like that. I mean, Mr. Beast is kind of baller. They do stupid shit though. Yeah. Like, who can set in a pull of milk for the longest gets 10 G's?
I don't know how I'd lose that.
I mean, do you take a shit in there?
Yeah.
100%. You a little floating turd in milk?
Well, you're wearing a wetsuit, so it's not floating. It's pressed up against you.
Oh, dude, that's just foul.
Yeah.
Just a mushy bum.
But if you go in there psychologically telling yourself, I am going to soil myself, I bet the other, at least in the video, the other people aren't saying that to themselves because they're not doing that. Like if I'm going in there and he's offering stuff like that, I'm going in for the kill. I'll do whatever it takes.
I'm in 100% agreement. A lot of the
now, if I'm going against you, like other people that are willing to do the same thing as me, different story.
In my mind, I'm friends who do it every time, all day. You know, like every other day.
The meaning of 10 grand probably
is a much less to them.
Yeah.
But you know what 10 grand does for someone? 10 G's is a lot.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, that can do some damage. Like, you can do some stuff with that. Everybody right now could help themselves out majorly with just 10 grand. Just having 10 grand right now, you know?
There not making 10 grand. 99% of this world that 10 grand would be a big deal to.
Yeah.
1%ers, 10 G's is probably not much.
Yeah.
For 99% of people in this world, 10 G's is, I mean, stupid.
That's huge.
Imagine what 10 G's does for a family in Africa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably puts them from the lowest to almost to the highest class in Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they can convert the money and, you know, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But you get my point?
I get your point, yeah.
Like imagine that transformation. Like 10 G's to you is a big deal, but is it like, it's not life-altering.
No, it's not life-altering, no.
Well, no, it's life-altering. I mean,
I wouldn't say well, it changes the course, sure.
You pay off student loans 10 G's faster.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Like, that's pretty cool. But it's not actually like make or break.
What's the definition of life-changing? At what point is it actually like
that's the problem. Life-changing is anything that changes life.
Whether it's small or not.
You know what I mean? I sold that couch. That changed my life. Yeah, but like I think in the terms of how people use it, it's like I will always remember that like very vividly. You know, right. That will have a lasting impression on me.
Yeah. Did we ever get an answer for living without a spleen?
No, computers just didn't work. Okay. I figured we'd just bypass it, so I did sound dumber that I couldn't even get my computer to work. So now, not only do I not know what a spleen does really, I also can't get a computer to work. So right now, my IQ is skyrocketing downwards to any and all viewers.
What do you think your IQ is? Let me ask you this, actually, because I just had to take one of these. How do you think you do on a Wonderlic test? Do you want me to tell you how a Wonderlic test works?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the one I took was 50 questions.
Okay.
It's general math. I would say about 35% of it to 40% of it's going to be math.
Okay, so I would get, if it was 35%, I'd get 30% correct.
Okay. So then right now you're dealing with 5%, which would be 2.5 questions. Wrong, right there. Then we have...
So I'll get 2 of those wrong.
General language, 2 questions wrong. General language...
Such as?
There were a lot of these, actually, It was kind of pattern-based. It was like, or not pattern-based, but it was like, which 3 of these 5 words are the most similar? So what you have to do is you have to select the 3 that are similar, leaving the other 2 that are just not similar out, right? Those ones are kind of frustrating because they took the longest, because it's like you got to go one by one, bam, 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 like figuring out like...
Agreed.
But you also figure out pretty easily that the 2 that are usually left out aren't related to each other. So the second you found 2 that were related, now all of a sudden you have to just look for one more. So once you like...
I'd get 90% of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine them being the most difficult of words.
And that's the thing. They're not difficult. It's all time-based.
Yeah.
You only have a certain amount of time, and it's designed so that most likely you can't finish the 50 in the time. So you want to go fast. There's also, it's not like an SAT. There's no penalty for getting one wrong. So it's in your best interest to, the second you don't know one and you're going to waste time, skip it. That way you can focus on all the ones that you do know, come back to the ones at the end. That way you can just start throwing out guesses, That's, I guess, what they advocate that you do. But yeah.
Anything else?
I don't even know. Yeah, so it was those
history,
type of words.
Vocabulary? What else?
No, there's no history. There is vocab. There is definitions.
Okay, I do pretty well.
There's like this is to this as this is to this blank.
Those frustrate me because
like ocean is to wave as blank is to wind or something like that. It's like sky would be the answer, and then like desert or other things. It's like clearly some are wrong. Those kind of ones. There wasn't any like reading ones because that's gonna take way too much time.
I'm in like 80 to 90% range probably on getting it. So if it's a 50 point test, I'm getting 42 to 46. Well, what do you think you got on yours? You took it.
So I answered 49 of the 50. I was in the process of trying to hit the button for the 50th question when it timed out. So I got 1 wrong for sure. And then I want to say max I got like, there were 4 where I was like,
Okay, so you got 5.
Let's say I got them all
45.
wrong. 5. I got a 45 out of 50, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be probably really close to that. So speed would be interesting. Like, if you were to say,
that's
hey,
all
Connor,
it comes down to.
If you said, hey, Connor, you got a 38, I'd be like, ugh, wasn't my best day.
Right.
But, okay.
Because if you took your time, a normal person's going to be able to, I would say a normal, pretty educated person, past high school, it should be able to get, if you had infinite time, you should be able to get 45 of those 50. The only reason you're going to get some wrong, I think, would be because you're rushing. Yeah.
I'm curious to know now. Like now, I'm going to take it tonight,
and
I'm going to get done and get a 26 and just feel so stupid. Like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Yeah, I've done it before in the past on like practice websites.
Man, yeah, that's an interesting one. But what are some other ways to make money?
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, I've heard of some weird stuff.
Well, tell me.
So like you can sell your blood is one thing.
Oh, okay.
There's like girls who sell clothing.
Yeah,
like any and all clothing.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I've heard of these places.
Hold on. There's not only places where you can sell like shirts, like I'm going to Goodwill and selling my shirt. Like you can sell socks that have been worn. You can
use
and then to go really foul, you can definitely sell some underwear and bras for like good money.
Yep.
Why
is that a thing?
There are these people in this world that are just sick men. Or women, for that matter. I'm not going to say there's not a woman trying to buy women's underwear. I don't know. You know what I mean? But there are some really disgusting, disturbing people in this world.
I will say this. I was, and this is going to get foul. This is going to get bad. I was listening to this one guy tell a story about how he ran into someone that did this, right?
Okay.
There are websites that exist. There are websites straight up that exist where you can kind of anonymously like create a profile and advertise your belongings.
Well, let's see if the computer works. We're going to find one.
Used
I'm
or
going to be
not,
on some weird ass list for the rest of my life, which isn't very cool.
And we're talking weird requests. More so than like weird in terms of the item, but weird in
by the way,
you
can live with no kidneys or spleen.
You can live without both kidneys?
Yeah, but you need to have dialysis for the rest of your life.
Oh God. Okay. So spleen is
Sell my underwear. Ooh, on Craigslist in Australia.
What a search.
Sell my underwear. Sell used panties on pantydeal.com.
Panty deal?
Pantydeal.com.
Well, at least
Sniffer.com.
No.
Dude, three or four F's.
Sniff her?
Sniffer.
Sniff her or sniffer?
Like sniffer with no E.
Okay.
Sniffer.
Oh, sniffer.
Sniffer. That's not good.
It's not.
Whoever created that is probably the worst human in the world.
Yeah.
They created a website called Sniffer where people sell underwear. I want you to imagine knowing that person. Hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, dude, website Sniffer. Have you ever been to it? No, you should look it up. How do you spell it? Sniff. Add an extra F and an R.
No, I like how in your scenario, you go, oh, let me look it up. How do you spell it? Because, like, you know it's spelled weird.
You know it's spelled weird.
Yeah.
Buy panties or sell panties. You get to choose two options. I hit buy. Oh, you have to create a username.
How many more buyers are there than sellers? 1,000-fold?
I don't know. I can't look at Sniffer because it wants me to create a username. I'm going to tell you right now, the last thing I'm doing
get out of that.
is that. I'm not doing that. But buy used. Oh, again, got to create your own account.
Just go username Sniffer Lover.
Oh, man. That's foul. The ultimate guide to sell used panties.
Oh. The ultimate guide. Why do you need a guide?
Make $100 per day selling used panties.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
You can make 3 G's a month selling panties.
I don't doubt
I want you to think about that. Think about how foul that is.
It's foul.
Now, answer me this question.
Go ahead.
To go off of this.
I'm ready.
Would you not do this if you're a girl? Hey, listen. I'm going to wear this pair of underwear. And I'm going to throw this pair of underwear out. No, you know what? I'm not going to throw this pair of underwear out. I'm going to go anonymously, throw it on there, and I'm going to get $100 bill.
Yeah, also, are you not just going in, like, buying Walmart underwear?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going
buy an SL 10-pack for $5?
Shoot, to be real, if it's that weird to people, you're probably going to Goodwill and making extra money on all the other smells that are going down. Right? I feel so foul. I feel
you're
so
combining
foul.
generations of smells.
I feel so foul saying that out loud. Like, I myself want to go wash my mouth out with soap.
Like,
I've said
you go on the website. You go on the
before.
website. You update your profile. Oh, I just. By the way, I just listed this pair of panties. I got a real doozy in for you. Got it from Goodwill, so you're getting at least 3 other people in this pair or something stupid.
Like Buffalo Exchange.
What is that?
Like I don't know, like I can go sell my clothes there and they'll resell it, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
How I feel gross. I don't feel right.
But anyway,
to
answer your question, would you not do that?
As a girl, would it not be just impossible to say no?
So I mean, I would be interested in seeing the metrics behind it, honestly.
So hold on, you're going to post a photo.
What if it's like this? Let me ask you this. What if it's like, everyone's like, oh, I should create a YouTube channel. I should become famous by being a YouTube star or something like that. Okay, sick dream. Okay, that takes work. What if it also takes work to build like an actual credible, like what if you actually in reality have to be a credible seller? Or like to be like an eBay seller as a profession, it seems easy, right? Oh, I just go get stuff for cheap costs and then I put it on this website and then people buy it for more? It's like, okay, it's not that easy. People actually have to want it and buy it. What if these websites aren't that busy? Is what I'm getting at. Or are they really? That's why I want to see the metrics. Is it that easy? Is it that easy to just create a profile right now and name yourself Amy Big Panties or something like that?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did the name Amy come up?
That just starts with an A.
And why Big Panties? Like, would you want big? I mean, maybe they want big panties.
I'm just saying. You gotta separate yourself. There's got to be something interesting about you. Okay? And maybe that's the fact that you got big panties.
Okay, so answer me this. So tell me where the line is drawn.
Yeah.
You get $10 per panty if you're completely anonymous.
Okay.
And you have zero communication with anyone. Right? You just put your
that
panties
would
on,
be
you
the
get
best
$10.
part. That would be the best part.
You get $20 if they can ask you for things.
Okay.
And the weirder the thing they ask,
Like-
you get up to like $50.
Right.
I need you to pee in the underwear or something weird, weird
pee in the
things
what?
like that. In the underwear. Like weird things.
Yeah.
However, you earn double if there's a picture of you, like waist down, so no one sees anything other than that. So like a picture in your panties right now, like right.
Yeah. Just a picture, basically,
to say like this is my body that is wearing this,
right.
and you earn double. Is that too far if you're a girl?
It depends.
Like, what if you're not showing anything? No one knows it's you. And you know what? You can never be called out on it.
Because you're anonymous.
No. Let's say your friend sees you.
Yeah.
On that website.
Yeah.
How are you going to call them out?
You can't.
Hey, I saw you on Sniffer.com.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because
hey,
it's
I
like,
saw your
no one's going to admit,
Sniffer.
hey, by the way, I was browsing Sniffer. What are you doing on there? It's like, no, what are you doing on there, bud?
Hey, I don't know if you know, but your profile on Sniffer's never going to sell $50 in underwear.
Yeah.
Like, what? How did you see my profile? Weird ass, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you're on there, like, you're a terrible human. Like, I'm terrible because somewhere on this computer...
What does it look like right now? What does it look like?
I don't have it up. I got rid of that so fast.
Okay.
I don't feel good talking about this. Of all topics we've ever talked about,
what is it about Sniffer that really just puts a bad taste in your mouth?
Have you ever just like... You know the subject that's just weird?
Yeah.
Like, you know when your parents want to have the bird and the bees conversation?
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I never really had that, though.
I mean, I didn't really either, but you know
like,
what
I
I
had
mean?
school take care of that for me. But
okay, but you know, like let's just say you had to sit down with your mom and dad right now.
Yeah.
And your mom and dad were like, hey, listen, son, this is how sex happens.
Right.
No matter how old you are, it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear your parents talk about that.
Do not.
Just you don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean? The bird and bees, I don't want nothing to do with it. It's like that, but times 5. Because it's just wrong. Like, it just hurts my gut.
Let me ask you this. Would you, kind of along the same lines that we were kind of talking about earlier, would you accept teleportation if you had to, like, tell your family, let's say your family, all your close friends and stuff like that, you had to go to them and you had to tell them all individually and very seriously, hey, by the way, I have an addiction, and I go on this website called Sniffer, and I buy underwear. Even if you didn't. But you have to have that conversation with all close people in your life. But then if you do that, now you get to have teleportation. And you never get to tell your parents or you know, whoever you're talking to that's why you're doing it. Would you accept?
I'm going to be really honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like the life that you'd have with teleportation would be one that would be impossible to pass up.
So you do it easily?
Like, if I offered you $1 million for you to tell your mom and dad that you go on Sniffer.com, you'd be like, you know what, mom and dad? You can think I'm weird.
How much money?
But I'm getting $1 million.
What was the money?
Like $1 million. Listen, $1 million pays student loans off, buys you a house, pays for their house, and buys your brother and sister a house.
So I mean that one would be an easy yes, because let's say those were the chain of events, all those purchases that you just said, those would obviously then be explained to my parents and stuff like that, where I would be able to easily say, hey, by the way, I got this because I told you I went on Sniffer. And then that is your like come clean moment where they're like, oh, high five, thanks for taking that deal, you know?
I really hope your parents would not high five you. Thanks for taking the deal of telling us you were on Sniffer. Like, I hope they'd be like, I hope
right now that if I got $1 million because I
and
had
you
to
don't
tell,
care what the reason is.
yeah, I hope my dad's saying, son, high five, give me a high five for that, because you just told me you go on Sniffer and you got $1 million from it. You're not an idiot. That was the smartest thing you've ever done.
Just the idea.
It's just the easiest thing.
Just the idea of that conversation ever happening is so odd. But yeah, well, so like this is what I'd tell you. If I had $1 billion or if I had $1 million, I would spend $1 million to have teleportation. So your answer is 100%.
Right.
I would do any of that. If teleportation is involved, there's no dollar amount I'd rather have, because teleportation is infinite money.
Is the answer? Like, it is the key.
It's infinite money and infinite traveling and whatever you want to do.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that actually legitimately is the best thing.
Like,
but let me ask you this. Would teleportation ruin simple processes for you? Like, for example, well, now I'm kind of struggling to have an example. But let's say, like, because this is kind of an easy example, like a high-class cruise. A lot of people like to go on cruises, right? Why would you, let's say you had teleportation, and that's the key to everything, right? That would be one thing that's like, you would never go on a cruise ever in your life, because why would you do that? Why would you waste time going on a slow cruise in the middle of the ocean when you could just teleport to any like better place? You see what I'm saying? Would like things right now that you might like find cool, now all of a sudden suck because you have teleportation?
I'm going to say no because you'd still experience with other people.
So you'd still be able to have the joy of like experiencing lower level things with other people?
Yeah, like you don't have the power, but like, bro, let's go watch Wimbledon.
Oh, I know.
Like, sure, maybe
I
don't want to sit there, but you know how much fun you'd have? It would be worth it. But then again, I'm what they call like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I'm happiest when making others happy.
So let me ask you this. Would you accept teleportation if you could never use it to benefit yourself directly, and you could only use
$1,000,000,000
to benefit others?
Yeah, dude. Hey, let me go.
I would too. That's a stupid question. It's a stupid question. Yeah. Why would I not do that?
Yeah.
It's still something that like it's such a.
How much are people paying me to take them to go do shit?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't get that. You would be able to benefit in no way from teleportation.
So if we go somewhere I can't get food.
Yeah, a fine line here. Yeah.
Saying like, oh, let's teleport to Japan. Sorry, but you can't eat the entire time we're there, and I need to be there for 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's got to be somewhere with it, you know.
I see what you're saying. The answer is still yes. That was a stupid question. You're always going to accept teleportation.
But yeah.
Even if yeah.
There's like very few. The only thing that it would be like you die after 10 uses.
Right.
That's like the only thing. That would be like, ooh, maybe I'm not taking teleportation.
I would do it.
I would too, because I'd only use it 9 times.
Because then then you could just go. No. You would never actually get to your 9th time if you're smart.
You'd get
because then you're always 1 time away from death. There are very few things that might go on in your life where you might be like, this is it.
Probably do it
it's
5 times, and the 5 times you do it, are to rob as much money.
Well, because let's think about it. Could you not set yourself up for a better life for the rest of your life with 1 teleportation? Probably.
Realistically.
Yeah, realistically.
If you're smart and you do your research, you could probably steal 10 mil in one
go,
if not more.
Yeah.
If not more. The only hard part would be to get it laundered the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the key is you can't, like when you take that kind of money, I don't think you can just go start spending bills.
You can't. Because you get looked at. What's the limit? What's the limit before you start getting looked at?
That's the thing.
Because the other thing is you would need to hold down a job. If you did something like that, you need to hold down a job for the rest of your life because there needs to be at least one base layer reason for you having some sort of money coming in, you know?
I think you could probably get away with saying a grandma died and you get an inheritance of 200 G's, so it allows you to buy your own house or business, and then you launder money that way.
Okay.
Add a couple $100 extra to the till every day from customers that never came in.
But yeah, what if someone gets onto you and then looks back to the beginning of where you said your grandma died and there's no record of it?
I mean, as long as you're a small enough business, no audit's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as it makes somewhat sense. Like, you do a car wash and you made $80,000 that year.
Right.
No one's going to be like, no.
We got to look into this.
We got to look into it. It's not worth it.
80 grand.
Yeah.
So what do you think the limit is salary to expenditures where it's like you're going to be looked at? So let's say you do like some sort of small scale business. You open a laundromat. Okay, you open a laundromat, whatever, I don't know how much they make. Let's say you're pulling in 80K. Okay. How much can you spend in order for you to not to be looked at?
Depends on items.
Does it?
Yeah, like if I buy a truck but on payments.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
And then just pay it off quicker. No one's questioning if I pay it off quicker.
Yeah. Do you now live a stressful life for the rest of your life worried about that?
No.
You don't?
You live the least stress life possible. Think about what you could do with one bank run. You figure out a bank that in their vault they have no cameras. Or even if they have cameras, I'm going to wear a black mask.
Yeah.
Ooh, now the real question is this.
What?
Going there and back is 1, or going there is 1, 2 is back?
There. Each time you change spots via teleportation is 1. So if you went there and back, it's 2.
So realistically, I'm using 6.
Because you're doing 3 different heists?
Because I'm probably doing 3 heists.
Okay.
And there's enough money. I mean, realistically, I'm doing 2 to start out with to get as much money as possible. And the moment after that, it's like, we good, you know? But if I ever need more money, I got to do more heists.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be the greedy guy. I would just make it to where life would be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like it would be an early retirement where I'm making 100 G's a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Which, if you think about 100,
and you have to save some in the reserve, because what if there's honestly like a, so think about like What well, like a tragedy? What if there's like a tragedy that happens in a normal person's life that teleportation would have fixed it? You see what I'm saying?
Like you're gonna get in a car crash and you just whoop gone.
Sure, that.
Can't use
or
it.
Something with a higher probability,
Can't
like
use it then.
someone in your family getting cancer.
What does that have to do with anything?
What if there's a matter of time type situation? You know, what if there's a matter of if we go to this specific doctor in Switzerland, our problems might be solved because they are going to be able to cure you, you know, in a way that nobody that we have access to here on a normal budget, you know, and then now teleportation gets you there or something like that, you know? You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Like a normal family that's raking in $40K as a family and their aunt gets cancer, you know, that's 50, you know, living on whatever. There's no way she's going to Switzerland to get help. You see what I'm saying? Teleportation can fix that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
So you got
I disagree with it, but I get what you're saying.
So you'd have to leave some in the tank just in case for that. Because wouldn't it suck if you use all 9, you have 1 left, you're going to die if you use the 10th one, and then something like that comes up, and now you have to choose between your life and someone else's? It's like, oh, I was such an idiot. I didn't need that. I didn't need the second bill. I only need the first bill, you know?
I mean, no, yeah, you're not wrong. The thing is I feel like it would be a pretty simple task, per se, to use it 4 times.
Yeah.
I mean, how much money can you not fit in freaking...
How
many bags can you carry in, first and foremost? Just bags.
Just yourself.
Duffel bags.
Well, also, technically, if we're going teleportation route, like, can you not, like, you know how you said teleportate, like, if you want to use your house, everything that in it comes with,
yeah.
Can you not go into a bank vault and then just, like, put everything in a giant circle and then choose to teleport with the circle of items? Because if you could, then there's no limit. You just go to the biggest...
That's my point. So you go to the biggest bank.
Biggest bank vault in the world.
And then you just, bloop, boom, now you have billions of dollars or millions of dollars, you know
right.
what I mean? Or hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
I never need to do it again.
Yeah.
The only thing I need to figure out how to launder that money.
What do you think is the most amount of money in one spot on Earth is?
Let me Google that. I feel like that's probably a thing.
Yeah, it probably is a thing. But I could also see it being like a forever rotating.
I feel like me Googling like a bank with the most money on hand is probably getting looked at somewhere.
Flag. Flag this. He's trying to figure out where we have the most money.
Very small banks hold $50,000 on hand.
Okay.
I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10 largest banks in the world. Love it. That's a great one.
Want it.
That's gonna tell me the answer right there.
What if it's not a bank? What if a bank's not where you want to go? What if you want to go to like a government currency printing area?
Oh man.
You know?
Is there not a way they could just shut you down or something? Assets. China Construction Bank has $3.62 trillion.
Sitting?
I mean, I don't.
Or circulating. It's got to be circulating.
Probably circulating. The China Construction Bank Corp, another one, $2.94 trillion. Agricultural Bank of China, $2.8 trillion. Bank of China, $2.6 trillion. JP Morgan, $2.57 trillion.
Oh my.
JP Morgan, $2.5 trillion. BNP Paribas in France, $2.4 trillion. Mitsubishi Financial Group, $2.3 trillion. Bank of America, $2.1 trillion. Credit Agricole Group, $1.9 trillion. Holy crap.
We're talking trills. I didn't even think that was going to be a thing.
Trillions.
I was thinking we were talking tens, maybe hundreds of mil. And we're talking trillions? You wouldn't need that.
I mean,
realistically, you wouldn't need a bit.
I'm going to be real. $1 billion I couldn't spend.
Yeah, no, you couldn't. You could not
spend $1 trillion? I could never spend.
I mean, you could, you know. You could go buy every NFL team or something.
Sure, I could write a check out for it.
Right. But, like, yeah, just chilling, you would not ever spend that.
That's incredible. Think about that. Think about a dollar amount where, you know, you go buy a candy bar, that's what it does to your bank account.
Yeah.
Imagine me going and buying a $15 million piece of land, same thing as you. Like, imagine that conversion.
Same dent comes out of the...
Same percentage of money is lost. Like, oh, dude, you just went and got a 8-cent candy bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I just went and bought, the land the size of Rhode Island. Sorry.
Yeah, it was 1% for both of us.
Yeah, it was pretty much nothing. Yeah. It was a blip. Like, my bank called me.
Oh, you just bought a candy bar? How'd that hit your bank? Not much. Probably like 0.5%. Yeah, I just get a 0.5% purchase too. Oh, what'd you buy? Property size Rhode Island. It's like what?
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine being Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Who is the richest man in the world?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Isn't it?
Is it Bezos?
Isn't it Bezos?
Yeah.
Well, he just had half of it gone.
True, so I'm assuming not him
Jeff
anymore.
Bezos still is.
What is it?
Wow. You lose half your money and you're still the richest man by $50 billion.
And what is
he
his
still
number?
has 33% more. Bill Gates is $101 billion.
And Bezos is 150?
Yeah.
So he used to have 300 billion?
Yeah.
Dude.
Or no, I don't think it's that because is she the richest? She's the richest woman in the world.
Yeah, so technically she would be second on the richest person.
Let me tell you.
Because they both split the highest.
Richest woman. Mackenzie Bezos is 34 billion, so she didn't get half, but she got a good chunk.
What's her story? Who is she?
She was there at the start.
Okay, she also founded it.
Yeah, like she helped, from what I read.
Okay.
The richest woman is 49.3 billion.
Wow.
She's in France.
What does she do?
Francois Betancourt Myers is her name. She's 66 years old. Alice Walton.
How does
she's in
Francois
Walmart. L'Oreal.
L'Oreal?
That's what they created.
Wow. Francois?
Yeah.
Wow.
Walmart. And then...
What?
Mackenzie Bezos. April 7th, 1970 was her birthday. $37 billion. How she got famous. Amazon and divorce of Jeff Bezos. Like, can't she just get credit for just Amazon?
Yeah.
Like, Amazon founder, you have to include... Oh, she also got a shit ton because of the divorce.
Yeah.
Other big things. BMW. Apple. Lauren Powell Jobs. Fidelity is number 8.
In terms of what?
Richest woman in the world.
Oh.
Created that. Okay. What about... I'm going to go back to men. What are they?
Who?
I'm going to see what they
men.
did.
I think you said Ben.
Amazon, Microsoft.
Microshat.
Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett is 4th.
Warren Buffett's 4th?
Is 6th. How about this, though? You ready for this list?
Yes.
There is no person. So the 20th man is $42 billion.
Okay.
And he's 47 years old. Okay? So, I mean, he's doing all right.
Sure.
The richest man is Bezos at 55 years old.
Okay. I don't know.
There's no one under 60 on the rest of the list. Actually, the next youngest is 62. No, sorry. There's 46, 45, and then 62.
What about Facebook guy?
How old is Mark Zuckerberg? 35 years old, and he has got $67 billion.
Oh, I thought he was younger.
So he's in his mid-30s with $67 billion.
Wow.
He's half of most people's age on this list. And he's sitting at 6.
Insane.
His only problem is he's got nothing else coming. You know what I mean? Like Facebook was it. You know, like that's what he gets.
Well, I think he's an investor now.
And I mean, I don't think you're mad at Facebook being your only creation.
No. Well, if anything, you're turning what you got with Facebook into you're going to be the next Warren Buffett. That's what you should be doing.
I mean, is it, considering he's only $20 billion off Warren Buffett and he's half his age?
So you're gonna
more than half?
You're going to be the next Warren Buffett and you're going to be the better Warren Buffett.
Yeah, you're going to be a bigger... What?
Yes.
But I bet you created a different way, you know?
Yeah. Different path.
Larry Page and Sergey Brin both have the same amount of money, both Google founders. How about that?
Okay.
50-50 split, $54 billion each.
I like it.
Francois Betancourt Myers.
Yep. Never.
L'Oreal again.
Okay.
I guess she is put on the list. Yep, this is richest people in the world.
Right.
So she would be number 1. She's 13th. That's incredible, man. That's so much money. Do you know what Koch Industries is?
How do you spell Koch?
Koch?
Cook. I believe is how you pronounce it.
Cook?
Yes. And
what is Cook? There's Charles and David both are $52 billion.
I don't know.
83 and 79 in their U.S. products.
I don't actually know that.
I'm looking it up right now because that actually is...
It might not be Cook. I just know that there was a former punter for Nebraska. His name was spelled like that, and it was Cook. Pronounced Cook.
Multinational Wichita, Kansas. Manufacturing, refining, and petroleum. So gas. What it sounds like. Pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
What would you buy with $1 billion? Well, no. Better question, because
Many
$1 billion is
companies.
too much money. What would you buy with
It's too
$1
much.
million? You get $1 million today. What is Jordon Mean spend $1 million on? Does he spend it? Does he pay off student debt and just
gone.
call it good from there?
Student debt's gone. And
So we're at 900 G's.
yeah. And I mean, there's gonna be some purchases, but like what I'm not doing is I'm not buying myself a 6-figure car. I'm not doing that, you know.
For sure not.
I'm just getting a car, a decent car, right?
You buy yourself a fairly new or a lightly used, so you get the great deal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not all of a sudden just splurging, paying off my parents' house. That's gonna be the next major one.
You got, like, I don't know your parents, but that's gonna be $250.
Probably, who knows?
You know what I mean? So now we're at a solid $650 left.
$650 left.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So the next thing we're doing is
Well, you're probably at $625 because you just bought yourself a car.
Oh, that's true. We're then playing the waiting game, or what I'm doing, not the waiting game. What I'm immediately doing is figuring out what the best way to, where to put that money, because what you're not doing is you're not keeping $625,000 in a normal checking account / savings.
That money should be working for you.
Exactly,
For sure.
Immediately, because it's also a risk. What if the second you got that, there was a market crash, or there was a bank crash, and everybody just loses their funds? Because that's a thing.
Well, yes,
You can't
and
just
no.
keep all your money with Chase or Wells Fargo or whatever, you know?
You're
that
right
thing has
and
to be
wrong.
protected.
You're right and wrong. Most things have like a $200,000 to $500,000 backed by the government.
Oh, really?
Thing where you can get up to that much.
That's what I would be worried about immediately. So that would be the next course of action. After taking care of all those other things, that would be the next course of action. And then I mean, I'm really just chilling, letting things multiply. I'm assuming with $625,000, I could find a situation where then that would multiply to the point where it's at least 1%, and I'm making $62,000 a year all of a sudden, doing absolutely nothing. You see what I'm saying? At least
1% of 600 G's is 6,000.
No, that would be 0.1%.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 1% would be moving the decimal over twice.
6,000.
So it'd be 62,500.
Double check.
You're right. It's 6,000. You're right.
6,000. You need 10%.
So 10% then, yeah.
And the reason why I was like, well, that can't be right, is because they say the moment you put $1 million in the bank and you take a conservative 5% interest, you're making $50,000 on nothing.
Is 5% easy to obtain?
Correct.
It is?
Most say average about 6 to 8.
Okay, so then I couldn't do that.
Somewhere
because
there.
I can't.
Well, 10% is actually viable. I mean, I went up 14% last year, or 16%.
Oh, so it's not hard to come by. It wouldn't be hard to find somewhere where you could.
Depends on the market. I mean, a lot of people talk a lot of trash about Trump, but it was really good for 401ks in the stock market. And just investing as a whole, and becoming president has, absolutely skyrocketed. It just stocks as a whole, and so it's been great for that reasons. But
yes, I mean, I'd be doing something like that.
I mean, I'm almost in the dead same boat.
It would just.
But what I would do differently probably is I question whether I probably spend all my money.
What do you mean?
I probably buy the rest of my house, so then all the money coming in is truly going to my bank. Mm-hmm. I probably buy 3 other properties and do the same thing with.
Yeah.
And now I have no money in the bank per se, right?
Yeah.
But I'm making, let's say I had 4 homes where I was getting $1,600 each. Now I'm making $6,400 a month.
Right.
By doing absolutely nothing. So $6,400 coming in, I feel like that turns into another mill quickly.
Right.
Especially when there's no mortgage to pay per se. So I still have the assets of $1 million.
Right, exactly.
It's not like I'm losing net worth per se. You know what I mean? Like I have the assets
right,
still.
You have that.
And so I'm just absolutely just chugging along, making a great living, doing nothing. And I have these assets that in 30 years are worth, double. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably what I do.
Yeah.
Maybe open my own business or something at some point.
But. Yeah, I feel like that is something you would consider.
It just depends on what.
If you have that much money, you know, because now you have that option. That money wouldn't be the issue.
How cool would that be?
That'd be so sick.